One topic that has been triggering for many people is how much money has been spent on USAID. You know that DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, they logged in into the USAID folder, and they discovered all sorts of crazy activity, all sorts of stuff going on, especially funding. So many crazy things like we are gonna see here, like 70,000 for production of a DEI musical in Ireland. I didn't know that Ireland was in such a dire need of DEI musicals, like I don't know, queer musicals, like the queer story of I don't know the um. But I'm trying to make up things here, but no, it's really a has been a waste of money, of taxpayer money. It's like no, I wouldn't think about DEI musical in Ireland. It would be like a queer queer McGregor, the story of queer McGregor or something like that. But you can imagine. USAID, this is a thread shared by Rapid Response 47. USAID has been unaccountable to taxpayers for decades, funneling money to ridiculous and in many cases malicious pet projects of entrenched bureaucrats with zero oversight. Here are only a few examples of the waste and abuse. We have this 1.5 million to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplaces and business communities. All right, 1.5 million. I didn't know that Serbia needed so much diversity, equity, and inclusion. Couldn't they just pop up a website and tell everybody in Serbia to, send a text message? Hey, check this website about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and why you're so you're too white. How dare you? How dare you? And you include a tiny gif of Greta Thunberg. How dare you to be so white? $70,000 for production of a DEI musical in Ireland. Yeah, it will be the queer Conor McGregor. The queer Conor McGregor. No, I wouldn't watch that either. In general, I don't like plays and the theater. Maybe there can be exceptions, but no, that's something that I certainly wouldn't watch. 2.5 billion for electric vehicles for Vietnam. All right. And you can imagine that 2.5 million for electric vehicles would be like 2 cars, or something like that, because you know that somehow they super inflate those prices of everything. 47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia. I mean, why didn't they do it in Venezuela? I would have paid good money to just watch, not to watch the transgender opera. That is, I wouldn't watch that. But to watch the backlash in Venezuela about that. Because, well, let's say that at least in Venezuela, I don't think that's going to roll. When I haven't been in Venezuela in many years, I don't know. I hope that it hasn't gone woke or anything. But Colombia, this is a huge letdown. Colombia, why so? I wouldn't say. I was about to say why so gay, Colombia, but that would be wrong, because transgender has nothing to do with being gay. I mean, nowadays, gay is something awesome compared to whatever transgender have been doing. You're trying to shoehorn their TQ into the all the gay rights. But you know how it is. The TQ has been sliced from the LGBT, and they're in that fight. I don't know what they're going to do, but to all my gay friends, I stand by your side. 32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. What the what is this? Transgender comic book in Peru. Well, okay. I guess couldn't you? They need some kind of transgender Iron Man or something. 2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. This is all USAID. All this has come from USAID, and all this is money channeled for these purposes, to push the woke agenda not only in the United States but worldwide. Jokes aside, this is a worldwide initiative from the liberals, from the libtards, from the demonic Democrats, because they are rats, to push all this crazy stuff in a way that undermines the basic values and principles of families. It's that simple. Again, you can have gay people rights. That is okay. As long as you don't mess up with other people. It doesn't matter if you're gay or straight or black or white. It doesn't matter as long as you don't mess up with anybody else. You don't mess with me, I don't mess with you. We get along. But the moment that you begin to push your narrative, and when you say the words comic book, who do you think? Comic books in Peru. Who do you think those comic books are directed to? I will let you guess. Who reads the most comic books? When you think comic books, they would be directed to whom? 6 million to fund tourism in Egypt. Why would the United States be interested in funding tourism in Egypt? They have the pyramids. We were talking about the Trump pyramid, but they have the pyramids, and well, that's a huge thing, right? You might just also open a website and say, hey, remember that we have the pyramids? You want to see the pyramids? But you can, instead of be browsing TikTok, you could be looking directly at the pyramids. No. Why would the United States be spending money on that? Hundreds of thousands of dollars for a non-profit linked to a designated terrorist organizations, even after an inspector general launched an investigation. So yeah, that is the malicious part. Millions to Eco Health Alliance, which was involved in research of the Wuhan lab. I already made a video about that. It's on my channel. Hundreds of thousands of meals that went to Al-Qaeda affiliated fighters in Syria. All right, we were paying for the McRibs in Al-Qaeda fighters in Syria. All the Happy Meals and the toys as well. And the toys. And when I talk about toys, I mean those who, the ones that go pew, 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 pew. Funded to print personalized contraceptives, birth control devices in developing countries. All right. That's great. I don't know, maybe you can try personalized contraceptives. What's the problem with a condom? Like a condom, it's pretty much universal. It's like you can just drop a bunch of condoms. The 50 million that you spend in condoms for Gaza, so Hamas could make bombs, you could send those here. I don't know if you care about that, but I don't know why the United States have to do anything with that. The list goes on. Hundreds of millions of dollars to fund irrigation canals, farming equipment, and even fertilizer used to support the precedented poppy cultivation and heroin production in Afghanistan. I could go on, and this will not stop for several weeks. So rest assured that we have not reached not even 10% of what is coming out just from USAID. All this is just from USAID. I'm not saying the rest of the government. We're not talking about the rest of the government. This is going to be huge. This is going to take, a lot of content, a lot of memes, and your comments that I know that will be golden. Let's highlight the live chat. Oh my God. Let's highlight the... Remember to download my free 100 body language tips in the description of this video, and you will be subscribed to my free and awesome emails as well.